All right, Vintage Belcher. Hopefully our opponents are not going to get to take many turns. Let's do it. The old 0040 pairing. Got it. Check. This hand makes 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. Casts Tezzeret. Gets Belcher. Belches on 2. So Tezzeret is copies of Belcher 5 and 6 in this deck. Oh, I should get Time Vault. Time Vault exposes me to Mental Misstep, but I guess that's probably better still, huh? You can always find all of my deck lists on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland. They're in the video descriptions. Oh, casting key is free, isn't it? So I get to know if this resolves first. I hate to keep Tez in play. And then we get to just like hope we get a second turn. Seems fine. Yeah, my sequencing here was bad. My sequencing should have been play key before playing the second opal. The way I was ordering my spells changed midstream. So like Mental Misstep would have punished me for what I did there. You're correct that my sequencing was less than optimal. What I was planning to do with my cards changed halfway through. Now this is pod racing, right? I feel like this is the vintage everybody thinks about when you hear about vintage being a format. Oh, I don't even need the key, right? Yeah, Tez just untaps the Time Vault every turn. Go. That's all I have. Please don't kill me. It said my opponent was playing PO Storm, so there's a non-zero chance we don't get a turn 2. Am I dead yet? Yay! We did it. We did it. We did it. Hooray! Clearly we are the best vintage player to ever walk the face of the earth. True skill game. This guy is 4-0. I really hope you dream country. So I probably want my Mindbreak Trap and my Pact of... I definitely want my Mindbreak Trap. I probably want my Pact of Negation. Chat, somebody send help. I don't know how to sideboard. I don't know how to sideboard, chat. What am I supposed to cut? Can I trim a Voltaic Key? I'm gonna trim a Voltaic Key. What else do I cut? What else do I cut? Click the submit. That's probably not a bad idea, honestly. Trim a Street Wraith. I'm not going to bring in the Pact of Negation. I'll bring in the Pact on the play. I'll just bring in the Mindbreak Trap. Leyline of Anticipation is so you can kill your opponent during their upkeep. When you're on the draw. Maybe I'm supposed to board in the Leylines, actually. Oh, it's for shops. Okay, yeah, because you just never beat shops otherwise, right? Pretty easy mulligan here. Shops make sense because they're going to kill you before you do anything. Force, blue card, fast mana. Sign me up. Expedition map. I think I'm actually going to bottom that. Not looking for more mana at this point. We don't have surgicals and they have magic cards. We're doing it wrong, right? It's really weird to me that Academy is restricted and Mishra's Workshop is not. That seems like such a weird precedent to have. Hey, we just 3-2'd a Vintage League without Force of Will on our deck. Thank you very much. We're kind of experts, okay? Ooh. I think I actually just passed here. Brainstorm's restricted, Bob. Brainstorm's restricted, FYI. There you go. There you go. Don't you want Moxes to pay for Flusterstorm? Maybe. By the time I'm Mindbreak Trapping, I won't be able to pay for the Flusterstorm, though. So, like... Man, this game's already lasted more turns than the last one. Any thoughts to casting Key to be mana efficient? That's a good thought. Yeah, I probably should have done that. Because I don't need Storm Count, right? There's like one Mind's Desire, but that's like whatever. So I probably don't need to like hold things. I was thinking I wanted to hold things for Storm Count, but all I have is Mind's Desire, so like it doesn't really matter. Add bits. Thank you, Chubby Grunt, for the biddies. I appreciate it. Look at that. You're on the leaderboard for the week. We'll be able to hardcast this force next turn. It's exciting. It's exciting. Who's excited to hardcast Force of Wills? I know I am. So Belcher is lethal at any point now. Yeah, that's true. Morodoth plays around Mindbreak Trap. It's a very good point. He says as he's holding a Mindbreak Trap. Definitely a card that sees play. I feel like I'm supposed to just let this resolve because I think they have more air in their deck, so I'm just gonna let that happen, I think. I really want to cast this Probe to draw a card, ideally. I feel like saying budget vintage deck is like walking into a car dealership and asking for a budget Ferrari. They're just gonna look at you like, are you stupid? You know there's other cars out there. You know there's other formats out there. Like why are we worried about budget vintage decks? That just seems absurd. It seems like an absurd thing to ask for, in my opinion. But that's a subjective opinion, so feel free to disagree. I let the last draw 3 resolves. This one's probably fine. And like, there's nothing wrong with not being able to afford to play vintage. The price of this format is absurd. I don't think anyone would disagree with that. I'm just saying, like, if you need to think about playing budget vintage, maybe just like play a format of Magic that's cheaper instead. Yeah, but I feel like once you're at like 100K on a car wannabe beetle, you should like, if you're spending 100K on a car, you should probably have enough money that spending the extra 150K is also trivial. If another 150,000 isn't a trivial amount of money to you, you probably shouldn't spend the first 100 grand. So right now I have 4, 5, 6, 7. Can't tell me I'm wrong without telling me why. Their hand is scary, chat. Their hand is scary. Oh, wait, this puts it in the thing now, right? I don't think I actually need to take a screenshot anymore. They fixed this card and then they banned it, so... This is our start of our second Vintage League. The opponent has a Force of Will in hand, chat. They have Force of Will, double Flusterstorm. For those that weren't paying attention. I guess I just cast this. Do I want to cast this? Yeah, I'm going to play Mana Crypt, and then I'm going to cast this. I'm going to leave the Tolarian Academy up, so I can force on their turn. This is going to eat a force, but that's fine. Then we could just like live to drawing another one. So they have force, pitch, recall, sure. $100K and $250K are two very different things. If I wanted to buy a $100K car and I really could, it wouldn't hurt me. Would significantly impact my lifestyle. Well, if you have $100,000, if you don't have a bunch of extra money to throw away, you should probably be conservative with all of it. Like, at a certain point, there's some point in between, like, the $10,000 car and, like, $50,000 car where you... well, we're just dead here, right? Because they're getting a time vault. Like, in my opinion, if that extra money is something that would impact you, you probably don't have enough money to be throwing away to begin with. You probably don't have enough money to be throwing away to begin with. So we're dead here. I'm going to concede. No, they only cast 2 spells. This trap's not live. Yeah, Tinker just puts it into play. Yes, if that's what I'm saying. If Ferrari money isn't trivial, if that extra 150 grand isn't trivial, you should be getting something comfortable that costs less than 100 grand and then investing the rest of that money. Oh, good. Chat doesn't know how Tinker works. We can add Tinker to the list of cards that chat doesn't know how they work. This hand doesn't do anything, right? This hand cast Belcher on ones. Let's go. The bottom back, so I'm looking for more mana. Ideally, we're looking for Force of Will here. I'm going to do Fae this evening, Johnny. They do not have a force. That's an expedition map. So what does that do for me? That lets me get my stuff, right? So I do this. I do this. I do this. I play this. I crack it for the thing. I play this. I play this. I do this. I do this. They're dead next turn. Go. We did it. We did it. We did it. Hooray. Am I dead? Am I dead? Am I dead yet? Do 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 do. Boop boop do 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 do. Kill me. Can you kill me? Do 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 do. Boop 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 boop. Do, 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 do. Yes, and I understand what you're saying, Wax Papers, but what I'm saying is, if that's really what your slush fund is like, I think it's irresponsible to use that money and not be reinvesting. But I'm a very fiscally conservative person, so you are entitled to disagree with that subjective opinion. Basically, I think, 100 grand of money is an absurd amount of luxury money to have to spend. And 250 is also an absurd amount. And if there's a difference between those two, I probably don't have enough, in my conservative opinion, to be spending even 100 if 250 is too much for me. You only live once, and that Ferrari will make it shorter. This conversation came up because we were talking about budget vintage decks and how buying a budget vintage deck is silly. It's time walk. Rifle Mike, thank you very much for the brand new Twitch Prime support. I appreciate it. I mean, that's like saying legacy tournaments can allow proxies. Sure, some of them do, but not the sanctioned ones. Yay! We did it! We did it! We did it! Hooray! While we're waiting for the second match in this league to pop, I just like to thank everyone for hanging out and bickering and arguing this morning. Lots of timeouts to go around. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time stream meme content producer here on Twitch. I'm here 30 plus hours a week. If you enjoy my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are the people that keep me employed here full-time. I would not be here day in and day out without their wonderful support. Past that, you can support my stuff by checking out some of my very wonderful sponsors. MTGOtraders.com. I'd love to buy and sell some Magic Online cards with you. And if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. Honey is a free browser add-on that would love to save you some money. If you install Honey using link bit.ly/HoogleHoney, you'll be able to support my content here at no cost to yourself. What Honey does is quite neat. When you're shopping online, it searches for coupon codes automatically for things you add to your shopping cart. And if it can save you some money, it offers you the coupon codes. And if it can't save you money, it leaves you completely alone. So you got nothing to lose. You might as well install it and use my affiliate link there to support my stuff while you do. Lisa would like to get you on your way to a better night's sleep. Christy and I have been sleeping with Lisa for the last 7 weeks now, and we truly enjoy it. Lisa provides foam mattresses, and you can check out links bit.ly/HoogleBedUS and bit.ly/HoogleBedCA to save $160 or more on your new foam mattress with Lisa. And of course, I'd like to welcome everyone out there to Hoaglandia. Please talk to your friendly neighborhood moderator about your complimentary timeout. All right, we want another die roll. That seems good. This hand plays a bunch of mana and then casts Timetwister, right? So let's do it. I'm up $5 on Honey, which makes it the highest EV movement. Zing, thanks for checking out Honey. I appreciate it. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. All right, and I totally just crack this LED in response to this Timetwister, right? Like, not close. Stamp it. Thanks for the 4-month subscription. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, this deck is silly. What a silly format. What a silly, silly format. Let's do this. Let's crack this. Of course we won the last match. Our deck is absurd and perfect. Perfectly absurd, one could argue. All right, so I'm gonna recall here. Just gotta build that storm count up here. Gotta build that storm count, chat. Gotta build that storm count. My mind wants what my mind wants, opponent. Was it good for you, opponent? It was good for you. What does this card even do? Exile the top card of your library. You may play that card without paying its mana cost. Until end of turn, deal. All right. Preordain, Time Vault, Black Lotus, Street Wraith, Mox Opal. Let's go, chat. Let's go. Oh, we got a Tezzeret too. We did it. Hooray. All right, I'm glad we accepted this deck. I almost said I wasn't going to accept this deck, but this deck's a hoot. All right, so we are, unfortunately, we are very unlucky, and we don't know what the opponent's playing, so we don't know how to sideboard. It's very unfortunate. You could argue that we are the most unlucky. You could argue that we are fairly unlucky. What does this card even do? I just saw I just click submit, right? Like, not close. Here's the thing, though. They were kind of auto-passing. Do I board like they're not a counterspell deck? Am I supposed to board like they're not a counterspell deck? Or do I just run it back? I feel like I should board like they're Dredge or Shops, right? Well, Dredge, we just kill quicker. Shops, we want Leyline. I'm just gonna run it back. They could be a blue deck. I'm just gonna run it back, chat. They could be a blue deck that just didn't draw their forces. What does this hand do? Can I, in good conscience, mulligan Black Lotus Lion's Eye Diamond? That can't possibly... There's no way I can mulligan Black Lotus Lion's Eye Diamond in good conscience, so we're gonna keep. This hand isn't good, but I feel like I can't, in good conscience, mulligan Black Lotus LED. Hopefully they're just gonna play Sphere of Resistance and we're gonna concede anyways. That would be ideal. Hopefully we're just gonna concede on turn one, just have a 3-turn match. I like 3-turn matches, they're my favorite. In Vintage, every deck is 5 colors. Basically. Yay! We did it. Hooray! Alright, what a skillful match of Magic the Gathering. Oh, I could have cycled for Force. Whatever. Ain't nobody got time for Force of Will, chat. Ain't nobody got time for Force of Will. I'm gonna run it back. Give it the old run backs here. Oh, I should probably trim a Force for an extra Grim Monolith here, actually. Should 10 out of 10 trim a Force for a Grim Monolith. 1, 2, 3, 4, Belcher. Yeah, I think we just go for it and hope they don't have the thing, right? Alternatively, I could Twister. Are we really okay? Here's a philosophical question. Did anybody show up here to not cast Timetwister? Have we truly shown up to not cast Timetwister? I feel like the fact that we're considering not Timetwistering just shows a fundamental misunderstanding for what we're trying to accomplish here. We're here to draw some cards, chat, okay? We're here to draw some cards. Let's do it. All right, what do we got going on here? We're gonna start with this. Ooh. All right, so these are gonna appear up over here. That's a Voltaic Key. So I get to go Monolith into map, crack map, get the Academy. And then this Academy makes 4, which means I get to play Voltaic Key, Expedition map, Candelabra, and then Candelabra untaps this, and then I tap this, and I cast this, and then I untap this, and then I tap this to untap this, and then I tap this, and then I cast Paradoxical Outcome, and I pick up all of these. Right, hold on, chat. Hold on, we're gonna do it again. Everybody out there, I need you to calm down. I need everybody to calm down. Are you calm yet? Have you calmed down? I like the part where our opponent's still playing Magic the Gathering. That's my favorite part of this match right now. The part where my opponent still believes in their heart of hearts that they could potentially have a chance at winning this game. I love the hope hasn't been beaten out of them yet. Don't worry, chat. We're gonna extinguish that hope here momentarily. No, I'm not exiling. I could fizzle, right? That's the dream, right? I could fizzle. That's certainly a thing that could technically happen. Could technically fizzle. Deep, 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 deep. Do 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 do. What a fun 3-game match. What a fun 3-game match. I'm having a good time. Oh, almost forgot to float. Float mana there. Paradoxical Outcome. Pick all of these up. And to think, we wanted to play Belcher on one. To think there were people out there who wanted to play Belcher on the third turn of the game. On the first turn of the game. You wanted to play, the people that wanted to play Belcher, I hope you understand now how much fun you would have missed. I hope you understand how much potential fun could have been missed by not drawing cards. And the most important part of matches like that is after you get done with your 3-turn matches, you extend your hand and say, good games, opponent. Well played. Good decision making. You can and should steal. This is a viewer-submitted deck just like the rest of them. That was a 3-turn match. Yep, the match was 3 turns. I killed them on 1. I conceded on turn 1. I killed them on turn 1. What a silly place. This format's just like Mana. It's a turn 3 format. This deck's kind of absurd. It's a good time. The opponent cast 1 spell that game. They cast Sphere of Resistance game 2 and I conceded. Yeah, I'd probably play this deck again, Jekyll Girl. Let's see how the rest of the league finishes. There's a very real chance we are just running hot at the moment. Almost assuredly just running hot at the moment. We're like winning die rolls and killing on one. We killed them before we knew what they were playing. Otherwise, we would have boarded in Leyline. What if we are actually running below average? That's true, Zach. That's true. We'll never know, really. This deck is quite possibly a work of art. Yeah, I've streamed the normal Paradoxical Storm deck a few times. You can find them all on my YouTube channel. Yeah, the Leyline of Anticipations are for when you're on the draw. This is a viewer-submitted deck list. I believe it was Belligerent Mars sent this in. This is not... I don't play Vintage. I just play Vintage deck lists that I'm sent. This deck screams, I love Vintage Singletons, but hate the long game. Yep. So I don't know the format, but is this deck actually not a deck normally played in the format? I think this is a meme, but I don't actually know. We are currently 2-0 though, so if we 5-0 this league, I can only assume it's been broken. Nobody else wants to play with us. The entire Vintage community is watching this stream right now, and they all know what's coming for them if they queue in. So nobody's gonna queue in because they know what's coming for them. They know we got the big guns, chat, and we're gunning them to all 5 members of the Vintage community are watching the channel right now. Hey, I will have you know that there are currently 94 players in this Vintage league. 94. Oh, look at that. We won another die roll, chat. Woo! Woo! A Black Lotus and an Expedition map. I don't actually know if this hand is good, but we're definitely keeping. What does this hand do? I don't actually know if this hand does anything. What does this hand do? So we get to cast this. I get to play Grim Monolith. I get to go ahead and do this. I get to go get... Yeah, I get to go get my thing. I get my land. I get to play... my Candelabra of Tawnos. I get to do this. I get to untap this. I'm 1 short here, right? Yeah, I can't PO this turn. I don't think you're allowed to mull if your hand exceeds $10,000. Good chat, good chat. I feel like we've made all sorts of mistakes, chat. Our opponent got a turn. This is weird. I feel like all sorts of mistakes were made so far. All right, this is kind of a draw 3. Ooh, we could be in trouble here, chat. We really needed a 0. We did not find a 0. If we got a 0 there, we're gonna be in a good spot. I think we might have bricked, chat. I think we might have bricked now. This is what below average looks like. Pact is a 0. This deck's a lot worse when we don't draw Mox in chat. Who'd have thought? Deck with how many Mox does this deck play? It's got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have 13 Mox plus Mana Crypt. Deck with over a dozen Mox, much worse when it doesn't draw Mox. I mean, I have a force, so like we can maybe stop them from doing their thing. And we just talked about how many zeros we have in our deck. So if we draw a 0, we're in an okay spot. I'm gonna force this Tinker. It's actually, like, by definition, not the average draw, because our average draw has a Mox in it, because as we just talked about, there's 13 Mox in our deck. So while I agree with you that we've definitely been running above average to kill on 1, to imply that 0 Mox is the average draw with this deck is just statistically incorrect. The fact that our Belcher deck gets to play Force in this format is great. We could have Sora, but I decided to take a risk because there are 13 Mox in my deck and like 3 or 4 other 0 mana things. And if I found one of those 0 mana things, we were going to be okay. I'm letting them do their thing here because they might be tinkering into Blightsteel, which means we get another turn. If they just put Blightsteel into play, we get another turn here. Yeah, and it's not even just the opening hand, right? Like, we had our opening hand plus a draw 3 from PO plus a Preordain to find a 0. So we had a lot of looks to find one of our zeros there. I'm gonna concede to Time Walk here, obviously. Just gonna bring in the extra Pact of Negation against a Force of Will Mindbreak Trap deck and click Submit. We're on the play, let's just run him down. Siru, thank you for the 8-month resubscription. I really appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Welcome to everybody. Hope everyone out there had a great weekend. Happy Monday. Welcome to Meme Mondays. We're starting off with a couple of vintage decks today, but after this league, we're going to be moving into our bread and butter of this channel, Modern. We've got some Teferi Cannon coming back up, some Blue-Red Kiln Fiend. We're going to try a Grixis Dragons deck, as well as a Grixis take on Hollowed One. So a lot of sweet things. The normal price tag for the donation queue is open again. There is a Google form below the stream. You can click on that to submit decks that you're interested in seeing played on stream. So remember, it's $10 for subscribers to submit a donation deck at a minimum. It's $20 for non-subscribers. If you are bad at math, that means it's cheaper to subscribe and send me $10, but who am I to tell you how to spend your money? I'm going to play Fairies this evening. Gonna play, I think I'm gonna pop back on tonight. We'll see. We'll definitely be playing Fairies Tuesday through Friday. What does this hand do? It doesn't make blue mana. So this is a mulligan. Sad, but mulligan. This hand plays Belcher on one with Pact of Negation, and then can kill them in response to the Pact of Negation trigger next turn. If you got an email from me, your deck list went through Anonomic. Everyone who had submitted decks as of like yesterday afternoon, I had sent responses to. This is not a deterministic Belcher kill. So our opponent we could misfire and not kill our opponent here. Carpe Facem, thank you for the 4-month free subscription. I appreciate that. That's true. Any non-academy card we should top. I tested a bunch of decks for the PPTQ this weekend. I did well with all of them, and they're all fantastic. Grixis Shadow Robots. I think Grixis Death Shadows probably. Grixis Shadow or Humans is the best of those. I really don't like Ebzan Company. I think I just let this happen. There's no reason to play Pact of Negation unless they're killing us, because the cannon could misfire. If they're going to kill us, obviously we'll Pact of Negation, so that way we can kill them in response to the Pact trigger on our upkeep. All right, and that one would stop us from killing them, so let's do this. Watch us put them to 1. We get punished for bottoming that Twister. This is not deterministic. All right, wait, chat. I need everybody. Polyvius. Hey, Jeff, great to see you on. Just got back from Philly where I went 6-3 with blue-white. One of these days, I'm going to drop you big bucks to make you give the deck another shot. Thank you for the 3-month free subscription, Polly. Congrats and condolences. All right, chat, I need your energy. We need to charge the meme cannon together. If the meme cannon misfires, chat, this is your fault. If the meme cannon misfires, it's because you didn't believe enough. We're 50% to kill them. Either we kill them or we don't. 50-50 shot here. Oh, yeah. Check it. See? Wreck it. See? I would like to take a moment to appreciate everybody out there that channeled their energy into the meme cannon to blast it off. I do appreciate all of y'all. Without you, this meme cannon wouldn't be possible. Whee! All right, so I think I'm just clicking submit, right? They played Dak Faden, which makes me feel like they're probably not the Storm deck. Yeah, I'm just gonna run it. Let's just run it. I know you're a real streamer now because your chat is nonsense spam. Thanks for giving me the Prime Ace. I appreciate it. Listen, I appreciate the spam there. We really needed that. Everybody came together and we blasted off our opponent. Is this the best deck in Vintage or is this the best deck in Vintage, chat? What do we think? This hand makes a bunch of mana and has a Preordain and a Forcible, so I'm going to keep. Ooh. All right, what am I doing here? I'm getting misstepped is what I'm doing. All right, I think that's fine. Neither of those are useful. I have plenty of mana. I'm going to cast this. I'm going to pass the turn. Hope to not get wastelanded. You'd have led with map to bait misstep. If I led on map, I would have had less mana this turn, though. They have nothing. So they must have like a force or something, right? So I can hard cast this Force off this Tolarian Academy now. Go. We have plenty of mana, chat. We have plenty of mana. Maybe I should hold this one. I'm going to start holding my zeros in case we draw Mind's Desire. I'm going to counter the stack Faden. We need Emrakul to hard cast, right? I feel like they have a Force there with that pause. Yep. We have a lot of payoffs, but if they have a Force, we're in a lot of trouble. I'm gonna sit down for a bit. Been seeing it for a couple hours. Hour and a half, somewhere in there. We need to run. We need an eye for an Emrakul, right? Alright, I'm gonna take one more draw step here. If they start Fate Sealing, I might just concede. I'm gonna take one more draw step, I think. There's a good chance they have a Force, though, at this point. LPOP with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Alrighty. Now we're dead. That's fine. I didn't want to see the top card anyways, Moto. All right, we got to bat 500 here to get our money back, chat. Need to bat 500 in the next two to get all our points back. Bat 500, win half the games, half the matches. Afternoon, fangirl. I guess it's technically morning here still. It's afternoon on the right coast. Any idea what the VOD program points will turn into? Probably some combination of democracy points for the Q Emerald Kool-Aid drinker, or maybe for some absurd amount of them, we'll send out some playmats or other stuff to give away. Need to work out the details with Christy. VOD points. So we are tagging. I'm looking for people to help with tagging the time of match starts in videos on YouTube, so that way people can click through to match start. So if you're a subscriber in the subs Discord, we have a channel where you can post timestamps for videos that don't have timestamps yet, and then Christy's tracking who's contributing what, and we're going to give people some kind of something for helping tag all of those. ASDX St. John, thank you for the 5-month resubscription. I appreciate it. Welcome back. I finally saved up enough bits, bumped the Paradox engine in the queue. Sounds good, Zoptic. Thank you for the biddies. Nice. Congrats, fangirl. Yeah, I think the adding the timestamps to YouTube videos adds value to people. No idea, Merkul. Leyline of the Void is one of the better cards in Modern. It's very good when you can have it in your opening hand. The problem is, when you don't have it in your opening hand, you have to draw it. And that feels really bad. 8 months, almost a sword. Maester, thank you for the 8-month resubscription. 2/3 of a year, welcome back. Sorry for the vintage queue times. This league is just me and 91 of my closest friends at the moment. So, there aren't a ton of vintage players. What's my favorite deck type? Definitely bad flash decks, like the Counterburn style deck. Correct. That's why Leyline of the Void is great in Mardu Pyromancer. Specifically flash decks, Nivik. How many people are in a Modern league? I have no frame of reference. It's a good question. I think there's usually about 1,000 or so. I can actually tell you right now. So the friendly Modern league currently has 1,090 players in it. And the competitive Modern league has 752. So there's about 1,800 Modern players between the two types of leagues. Yeah, every 1 bit ends up as a penny in my pocket. Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what increments you send them in. Every 1 bit, there's no fee for a 1 bit share gives me 1 full penny. There's no friendly vintage league because they don't want to split players between the two. They only have 90 players in the 1 league, so you want to take the 90 players and split them between 2 leagues. Hex is having some hard times. You should read some of the announcements on their website. Correct. Yeah, the fee comes out when you get the bits, not when you send them. I agree. I feel like if you want to encourage people to play, they should just be friendly. Like, if your format is struggling to get players, you'd probably catch more by making them friendly. Or just do some kind of middle ground that's just generous with prizes. Like... I don't know. I think a big part of like what makes formats like Standard and Modern so applicable on Magic Online is that a lot of people use Magic Online to like practice or prepare for paper tournaments, right? And like most people can't play Vintage in paper, which means they don't really have an interest in touching it online because then their online experience doesn't translate to paper. There's only 30 players for them, really? 1v1 Commander, 33. Brawl, 40. Good lord. Well then, what successful formats? I'm actually kind of surprised that this is the first time this queue has done this. If we hit... Let's say if this hits 12 minutes, so that's 5 more minutes waiting here, I'm just going to drop this league and move on. We played some sweet games. My goal here is to like make good content, and everyone sitting here waiting with me for 12 minutes while we play is not good content. So we got 3 pretty reasonable sets in with the deck. I would like to get my prizes back out of this league, but I'm not going to make everybody sit here and wait. Make it rain with ad money. Thank you, Pokemon Nerd. Take a minute to shill. I already shilled this league. I already shilled so much. But these people are great. Cardsteer.com would love to help you turn some of your cards into other cards with other players. There's no haggling. They just take a 1% fee off the top. inkedgaming.com. I'd love to help you customize your gaming experience using code Jeff12. You can save 12% on custom playmats, mousepads, binders, and bags there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. And of course, this stream wouldn't be possible without viewers like Anaronix, Justin Nivik, and all y'all out there. Make sure you are following if you enjoy the content. Also, be sure to check out the YouTube stuff, youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland. Everything gets archived there. The queue times are longer than some of the games. Yeah, so I'm going to give this to 12 minutes, so 3.5 more minutes, and then we'll drop and then get some modern cards if that's the case. Look at that. We got one. We got a live one, chat. They're double queuing, but we got him. We lost the die roll. It's a pretty big punt. Pretty big punt. If you're going to play the Belcher deck, you're going to want to make sure to win your die rolls. So that's the most important thing you need to be practicing is winning your die rolls. I'm going to keep this in the draw with the Scry and a Street Wraith. We've got 1, 2. We just need a third piece of mana. We unfortunately don't have blue mana currently, so I need to bottom this Twister. No, we've got Charbelchers, Diva. Boneless Wing Bernurking. Thank you for the 5-month resub. Welcome back. I appreciate it. 1 more month till I'm not a serf and your training begins. Thank you, thank you. Let's do the time warp again. I don't think so, Chainer. Our deck's definitely not trying to be interactive. I think I just want to max my chances of killing them next turn. Obligatory chat, gotta get those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers. Chat, Brecken Sky taking the number 1 on the weekly board. Good morning, Brecken. Hope you're having a good Monday. Free mana, free mana. Tilt. So this Voltaic Key is free. But unfortunately, we are 1 short of belching. Because this untaps, then I only have 3. I did hit a blue card for this Force of Will, though, so that's nice. Tails never fails, chat. Except when it does. Tails never fails, except when it does. Roses are red, fish live in water. Please ban Trot out of Modern. Thank you, Gunthor. I appreciate it. How much for a 12-hour People's Candid stream? A very large amount of money. Do you ever get burnt out on Magic? I get burnt out on formats of Magic or decks in Magic, but I don't get burnt out on Magic in general, really, no. I think I just let this happen since I have the backup Belcher here. Tails never fails. Dang it, Bobby. Dang it. Like to force that one. I would like to exile this one. Don't tell me what to do, Brecken. Can you put this towards Bridgevine? 10 out of 10 Anonomic. I can put that towards Bridgevine. Thank you for the biddies. I do appreciate it. Welcome to the #1 spot. All right. Pact of Negation in, Windfall out. Let's do it. I mean, they were dead. They conceded because they were dead. If Jeff dies to his own Mana Crypt, I will donate $10 with no bamboozle. That, I guess they weren't guaranteed dead because of Mana Crypt, right? That's fair. OP has faith that we are lucky. That's true. I mean, I am lucky professionally, to be fair. To be fair, I am lucky professionally. This hand's okay. Like, not amazing, but fine. You only leyline against workshops. You don't need to try and go off on turn 0 against counterspell decks. You have the tools to beat these, I think. I am by no means a whatever it called expert, but I think this is how we're supposed to board in this style of matchup. Next turn we get to tinker. Three color mid-range. People are really bad at 3 color mid-range, building 3 color mid-range decks. I think I start on Ponder here. Packs are less good when we're going for the time vault kill, obviously. I think I'm gonna any order shuffle these. I don't have mana to activate my thing now, which kind of sucks. Do I just pass here? Or do I tinker the Grim Monolith to get through the Force of Will? Oh, I can tinker into Belcher. That's totally the line. That's totally the line, because then we can Pact of Negation because we get to kill them in response to the Pact triggers. Yeah, that's the line. Sorry, I'm bad at this. I haven't been playing this a ton. This is our first time playing this. And then I get to Pact anything they draw next turn, too. Duh. I'm trying to time vault kill them, and I'm just like, duh, I have a Goblin Charbelcher. What's way better than Vault Key? Goblin Charbelcher is way better than Vault Key. I think this deck might actually be good. Like, I know we had a match where we floundered around, but I feel like we kill them in response to the Pact trigger next turn. Plat Bonnet, thank you very much for the 2-month free subscription. Welcome back. I appreciate it. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. P. Scott MC, really loving all the YouTube content I've been watching since you played Paper Magic. Thank you for the Prime sub info. Thank you for taking the time to ship the Prime, P. Scott. I'm glad you enjoy the YouTube stuff. That's true, Bob. Well, kind of. Actual Paradoxical Storm, they play more lands, right? And they don't play Expedition Map or Chrome Mox either. I've actually played PO Storm. It's a little bit different than this. I mean, you can just kill them. Just win the die roll and kill them. Why can't we just win the die roll and kill them? I have no idea why there's workshops in the board. We basically just haven't been sideboarding. All right. The queue gets 10 minutes, and then I'm going to concede the league and go play Modern. All right, we're going to give it 10 minutes, okay? Hang out and chat with me for 10 minutes. Grishel, Brand, Bump, thanks for the amusements and the sideboarding guides. Rockin' Zanair. Welcome to the top of the bit leaderboard for the week. Thank you for the absurd support. I do appreciate that. I think that'll put us into Grishelbrand on Tuesday or Wednesday. Most likely. Most likely. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. They call me Jeremy, I'm winning. You're winning in my heart, they call me Jeremy. Thank you for the bits. Let me know if there's anything you'd like to do. I can't get cards without returning cards, Justin. So I can only take out one order at a time, so I don't just have infinite cards from traders at the same time. What's going on, Stanley? Yep, I'm going to be here for a while. Minimum of another 5 hours or so. Abzan Enchantress sounds good. Thank you, thank you. I already have 2 decks, Justin. So I have 2 decks. I place 2 decks per order. I'm gonna be on tonight after the kids go to bed, Bolas Slave. So I'm gonna do all these meme decks this afternoon, and then I'll be back on tonight. Well, we might not get to Grixis Hollowed One again. These vintage leagues are taking a little while. We'll see. We'll see how our Rising Cannon and Kiln Fiend. Kiln Fiend might be fast. We'll see how it pads out. Almost in time for Belcher's and Toth. We're trying to find our 5th match of this league. I saw him build it, Captain Jack, but I did not get a chance to watch him play it because I went to bed. Did someone get 9th in the challenge? That's great. Yeah, someone else has been 5-0ing with it in competitive leagues. I think the deck's really sweet. We're 3-1 in this vintage league. We're gonna give the queue to 10 minutes, and then we're gonna switch to modern if we don't hit a match. I'm actually surprised how quickly most of these matches pop today. I had a feeling that we were gonna have to give up super early. Oh, the important one. That's true. We are playing Belcher in the next league too, in modern. I mean, Grixis Hollowed One has its place in the queue, and it has to wait just like everybody else. All the rules, fair's fair. Fair's fair. Hugel rant while I rant? I don't rant just to rant. I rant with purpose. I rant about important topics. What are we doing next? I guess I can get my shopping cart loaded up on traders, just in case this takes a minute. Stoneforge Mystic is too good. I feel like, oh, we got one, chat. Look at that. We got a live one. See if we can 4-1 here like a real professional. This is the same person we just played against. This is the same person we just played against. Well, I mean, this is certainly a keep, right? Hey, there are 92 players in this vintage league. Me and 91 of my closest friends, okay? This is pretty unlucky. We don't have any lands in our hand. There are dozens of us. Force of Will's a great draw here. I'm gonna go ahead and axe Preordain here, I think. Just like keep the higher quality payoffs. Well, that's a little awkward. I wish I would have kept the Preordain, I guess. Does that mean I'm in the vintage Super League? Something like that. Want to buy one Tolarian Academy or Mana Crypt? Explorer resolves. The Timetwister kicker is really the card that puts it over the top for us, chat. They're gonna snap Time Walk here. I don't think I care about that, right? That's just whatever. Deal. Under pressure. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Sensei's Divining Top. Yeah, I think I'm fine with that too. That's true. It was Explore Deal 2. It was Explore Deal 2. If we draw Belcher number 4, I'll donate $10. You've watched this stream before, you know what's coming. Give me an academy. Well, I'm gonna do this just because I have to discard anyway, so it's kind of like a 1-for-1. Like I'd have to discard 2 cards otherwise. Look at that! 4 more turns and this Mana Crypt kills them. We are playing Mono Blue Vintage Belcher. We're currently 3-1. This is game 1 of the 5th match. We have 1 land in our deck. We have a copy of Tolarian Academy in our deck. Our clock is faster than theirs. We're dead in 9, they're dead in 4. Why not pitch the Pact? Because the Pact might be useful. Don't worry, Zach. Akan Loam's back in the queue. That one's had a few people ask if they could bump it back up, so I think we're going to get to that one pretty sweet. Pretty soon, sorry. I did opt to pitch the Timetwister just because I didn't want to give them a handful of cards. When you count our clock, you're not counting the fact that I'm exceedingly lucky and my opponents are exceedingly unlucky. So Mana Crypt is definitely going to kill them. Degrees are useless for figuring out Mana Crypt math because you can't quantify how lucky or unlucky a person is very easily. You just need to believe, chat. I've got some Nature Valley granola peanut butter chocolate cups here. Wonder if these are delicious. This stream is in no way sponsored or endorsed by Nature Valley, but Nature Valley, if you're out there, certainly could be. That reminds me, I have snacks at my P.O. box. I should message my wife to get those. MTG Brew actually sent me some snacks. Frozen Dookie, thanks for re-upping. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Thanks for the quarter of a year. Believe it or not, I don't eat random home-cooked things. Only sealed stuff. Sealed products, chat. Come on now. Sword Tooth, thank you very much for the brand new Twitch Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for supporting mine this month. This game's been a little rough, chat. A little bit rough. I don't know. They're probably banned because when they locked up the game. I was just kind of bored and want to move on with their lives. Sand's a little medium. Yeah, if we die here, we'll 3-2. We get our fun bucks back and a thing, so whatever. I mean, yeah, that card's legal. And this game's a good example of how, like, even the more fair decks in Vintage are, like, pretty high variance, just because, like, the amount of power that you draw game to game is just, like, adds so much variance to the game. Unfortunately short on activating that. So hopefully they don't Dak Fade us or destroy it here. I could have played the Vault first, yep, because this would have netted me one less. I guess this plays around days, technically. Playing around days probably isn't unreasonable. Well, that card's probably a lot worse in Vintage with all the fast mana than it is in Legacy. Do you have a way to take my Belcher off the table? Hopefully they're dead. I don't know if they play Days in Vintage. It's just like a card that I feel like should be on my radar because it's legal. And like getting the Time Vault into play doesn't really have value. Can't wait to start trading the Greater Aurora. Thank you for the 4-month resubscription. I appreciate the 30-year support. Welcome back. Fire the meme cannon! Yeah, just blaze it. Casual mold of 5, kill you on turn 3. I'm gonna click submit. They made 4 Thopters, how could they lose? I mean, that card's basically Monastery Mentor, and Monastery Mentor's banned, chat. This hand's not good enough, right? Just like no blue mana. This hand seems good. I would love to take a peek at their hand. I mean, opponent is playing PO. So, like, they have some unfair stuff. Hey, opponent. What you doing over there? Force Ponder, rude. Restricted, sorry. It's restricted is correct. I used the wrong vernacular there. So we're gonna Diminishing Returns here. Oh, I can't float mana if I want a Diminishing Returns though. Because then I can't force their force. Want to leave a blue floating here, I think. They might let this resolve just because they have forces in their deck. Sweet. So they're forcing. Are they ghosting? Smells like a ghost. All right, so and obviously, there's no guarantee. You can never know if someone's ghosting. Hopefully they just didn't draw force here and we get them. It's actually kind of sick that we have Key, Time Vault, and Belcher here. Oh, I should have led on Key, right? Yeah, I should have led on Key so that way they had to force the Time Vault, because then Key would let me untap this, so I messed up here. This was incorrect sequencing on my part. Yeah, I messed that up. I should have led on this, so that way they would have had to do that. Yeah, I messed that up. Now I'm going to give them a turn. Because if I would have led on this, then they would have forced this, and then I would have gotten to untap this, and then Belcher them. So small missequencing there. That could very easily cost me the game. They just forgot to float with Mox Opal though, so that's nice for us. Wonder if they have a storm kill. No, you can never know for sure. It's whatever. Not a big deal. If someone needs Moto points more than playing Magic, you know, they probably need it more than I do. Almost certainly need it more than I do. So next turn, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have like 15 mana. That's what I thought, Plat Boy. I thought most of them were cutting it too. I'm just gonna auto pass here. They know we don't have a force at this point. We had to force something. I'm gonna go get cards for the next couple of modern decks. You do your thing, opponent. We'll catch up with you later. The opponent's playing Paradoxical Outcome. It's a Storm deck. It actually doesn't usually play any Storm cards anymore. This opponent asked me if I was streaming at the end of the last match, though, and I said yes, I'm always streaming, so that's probably, you know. Yeah, we're playing Blue-White Horizon Cannon next. I'm gonna wait till we see the time walk to concede. Yeah, I should just ignore the chat. Them's the beats. Tino, thanks for a 7-month free subscription. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Hey, at least we didn't lose money playing Vintage. I'm gonna call that a success. I'm gonna ignore you. Ignore you about what? We played the 2 Vintage leagues I had in my queue, and I didn't vomit tickets. So God bless us, everyone.